Okay, good morning, guys. Dave from Pegasus. So I have got four selections for today, but doing it a little bit of a mad one. I haven't done this before. I've got three selections in one race. So we'll start off with the normal race. One selection in the 208 at Wetherby. The one I'm going for here is Basher's Reflection. I like the top two in the market, to be fair. No Tango. Yeah, could argue it was perhaps unlucky. Take this fall well back last time out. Won well on his seasonal debut. Beat Hunter Legend. Hunter Legend's come out and won a couple of races at Leicester since. And the one in behind, which was it, Plan Paradise, has also won a race. Not the greatest of races. Those horses have come out and won, so it's worth bearing that in mind. But yeah, look, Massey's a scope for improvement. It's only its sort of third run over fences in total. So yeah, am I keen on the price? Not really. I think the likes of Art of Diplomacy and the one I'm going for is Basher's Reflection. I think at more than double the price, they're better bets. Now the reason I like Basher's Reflection is it's got really good course form. So it's ran at Wetherby twice. Um, this race here over hurdles last year in February, um, beaten by neck by War Soldier off a marker 120 there, and then it won this race on heavy ground off a marker 114 just a couple of months before that. So two solid runs at the course. It really does need soft ground, soft to heavy ground. It hasn't had that this term. Now it's had a couple of crap runs. I say crap runs. Not devoid of promise at Cheltenham, I didn't think, in October. This was a really good piece of form behind range here at Chepstow. So yeah, happy enough with that on ground that's not suitable really, off quite a high race weight. So disappointed last time out of Fakenham. Again, it's gone for wind surgery, so clearly something amiss there. I don't usually back horses straight off the back of wind surgery. Um, yeah, it's one of them. I'll take a chance every now and then, but yeah, look, I'm going to give this one a shout. I think it's got its ground, soft ground. Um, in the context of this race, it's not the greatest of races, to be fair. Could one pop up at a bigger price? Absolutely. I think there's holes in the favourite, certainly at the price, and this is a one I think's worth taking it on it based on its hurdle form as well. So yeah, a little bit of a niggling doubt with first run back from wind surgery, but all things considered, if that's put it right, I think it should run a big race here. Now, quite generous in terms of the place terms here. So four places being paid by plenty of bookies, plenty of 13 to 2 around. Um, Sky Bet are actually doing four places 7 to 1, and their best price at four places. So that's quite surprising from them. So anybody with a Sky Bet account probably snap that up, or wait for best odds in the morning. But I think 13 to 2 is a fair price here. So I'm going to say a point each way, four places, 13 to 2 for the P&L. If you can grab that, that's Sky Bet, by all accounts do. Right, on to the next race then. And this is one I'm going for three horses. I'll try and give my reasoning as best I can. So they're all very big prices. Now, the first one I'm going for is Rushmount. Now, this is a straight win bet, guys. It's had very little racing. The racing it has had, I think, is quite promising. So this form here at Thurles, maiden hurdle, beat Lecky Watson. Well, didn't beat Lecky Watson. Finished a neck behind Lecky Watson. Um, I thought it was maybe a little bit unlucky in this race, but if you look at Lecky Watson, rated 143 over hurdles, 152 over fences. Um, yeah, It's a very good yardstick from the Mullins yard anyway. Followed up again at Thurles a few months later with an 8 length win over Find and Fortune. Now, Find and Fortune's not come out and done anything special since, but still beat the horse by 8 lengths. Trounced the rest of the field. There's not a lot of form coming out of that, to be fair, but um, you can only beat what's put in front of you, I guess. Raced in this grade two at Fairy House in March last year. Ended up pulling up there on heavy ground, and then was turned out first time over this course and distance last time just at Christmas. And yeah, sort of finished midfield. It ran okay, I thought. Um, Probably it did look like it needed the run. If you watch a race, I don't think it ran a necessarily a bad race. So look, I think it'll be spot on for this. And yeah, it's one worth taking a chance on, is what I'm trying to say. It has got a standout price at the minute with Bet365 as I'm doing this video. I appreciate not a lot of people are going to see this till the morning, but yeah, if we go to the prices here, it's 40 to 1 with Bet365 at the minute. Where are we? And then you're getting bits and pieces of 25s and 22s, etc. elsewhere. For the P&L purposes, I'll take 25 to 1. I'm going for a 1 point win here with Rushmount. I think it's either one of those. I'm not comfortable with the each way terms at 25 to 1. And I wouldn't play each way for 5 places either with Bet365. So it's one of them. The price wise, it doesn't really make sense to me to back this each way, as strange as that sounds. Um, just that sort of a fifth of the odds, 25 to 1, etc. It doesn't make sense to me. So I'll be playing that a point win. I think it's a bit of a dark horse. So this one definitely could pop up. So what else do I like in this race then? Well, I'm going to give Good Time Jonny a chance here. You've sort of long time subscribers or followers of this channel, should I say, will have heard me speak about this one on a couple of occasions. I did put it out as a bet last month. It didn't end up running at the back end of Christmas in the same race as Rushmount ran in. It was due to run in that race and it ended up not running. So I quite fancied it there. Backed it at Navan as well. A little bit more than a bit disappointing, but that's not the first time it's run a crap race at Navan. Leopardstown form is much better. So it's run here 4 or 5 times. Has won this race a couple of years ago, funnily enough, off a marker 129. No claimer on board that day. That's important. It's got a £7 claimer on its back this time around. So he's racing off a higher mark, but with that claimer's claim, it's actually £3 well in from the win a couple of years ago. And just worth noting though, it did come into that race a couple of years ago in much better form than what it's been showing lately, but I'll get onto that in just a second. So it's had another win over 2 mile 4, and then it had a disappointing run over 2 miles and a disappointing run over 3 miles as well, I think. But overall course form is really good. It's on a really good handicap mark. So if we look, it went on, finished third in this race here at Leopardstown, December 2022. It then went on and won the per temps at Cheltenham at the festival in 2023. Was running off a marker 142, went up to a marker 147, and ran a solid race here in this Grade 3 at Aintree the same year. So just keep an eye on that handicap mark, because what did it do after that? Well, it went out over fences, and this horse isn't a fence jumper. Let's just put it that way. All its form over fences has been absolutely shite. They kept it over fences for that season. Started it out again over fences at Listowel. This is when I picked up on this horse because it got absolutely mullered. in this race, in the betting, and we backed the winner. And I pointed this horse out to say that there was just nothing to say that it should go off at this price, um, and it did. It ran an absolute shocker. Now I said on that day that I fancied it back over hurdles. I think that's where its best form lies, is over hurdles. It's not a chaser. And if you look at its handicap mark now, I mean, racing a solid race in this Grade 3 at Aintree here, off a mark of 147, it's down to a mark of 133. It's only raced once over hurdles since that race there, and that was in this race at Navan. And as I said, it's ran at Navan before, and it's ran shit there, beaten about 70 lengths again. The last time it ran there, and that was over fences. Was it over fences? Just trying to see here. Yeah, it was over fences here. So yeah, it's worth taking a chance on, I think, back over hurdles and back at a course that it likes as well, down to a decent handicap mark. There's worse bets out there. So let's take a look at the betting here. 40 to 1 generally. Now I'm being a little bit of a shithouse here, and I don't usually do this, but there's only 3 firms paying more than 5 places. Now the minimum for this service is 3 firms, whether that's at a price or place terms, etc. So you've got Sky Bet, 7 places, 40 to 1. Paddy Power, 6 places, 40 to 1, and Betway, 6 places, 40 to 1. I'm going to say 40 to 1, half a point each way, but do it with one of these 3 bookmakers. It's the only way it really makes sense taking a chance at these prices if you go in for these extra places. You're getting 50 to 1 with William Hill for 5 places. I'm not looking at this horse and saying that it's got a really good chance of winning. I'm saying it's got a really good chance of running well and potentially placing here. So I would be happy, given the place terms, you're only getting an actual 2 points better off with place terms. If it was to place, I'm happy to sacrifice that 2 points for the additional place here. If you can get on with Sky Bet, then you're getting an additional 2 places, and I think that's fair. But I'll take the 6 places. So it's got to be these 3 firms, guys. And if you can't get on with these 3 firms, either Sky Bet, Paddy, or Betway, then it's up to you. I'll leave it in your court, but I probably wouldn't back this horse. I'd leave that alone. And lastly, what am I going for? Appreciate this video is getting on a little bit. This is one that I just can't get away from. Don't like the course form of this horse. This Gordon Elliott one, for Fortunedefortunata. Why do I like this horse? It's got some interesting form. So this form at Navan here, decent handicap hurdle. Was stuck out the rear for much of the race, and yeah, was staying on really nicely at the finish. Now, look, it was beating about 10 lengths overall behind this Flicker of Hope. It was giving Flicker of Hope, given the claimer's allowance here, it was giving Flicker of Hope £11 that day. It's only giving it £2 today. When we're looking at Flicker of Hope here, still got the same claimer on, but it's only getting a £2 £2 sort of weight difference from Fortunedefortunata. And yeah, I think that's fair form. The way this horse was staying on at the finish that day as well. You're looking at sort of 3 to 4 times the price of Flicker of Hope. Now Flicker of Hope's on the improve for sure, but yeah, so it ran a bit of a stinker over this course and distance in December, over the Christmas period, which is a little bit off-putting, but sort of, yeah, a bit of a redemption here at Fairy House behind King Alexander. Now again, King Alexander's not necessarily massively fancied for this race. It opened up a lot shorter than what it's sitting with now, but even sort of looking at the general price of that sort of 12s, 14s, you've got a standout 16 here, but it's still, 2.5, nearly 3 times the price. King Alexander beating sort of 2 lengths. 2.5 lengths in that race, and again it was staying on nicely at the finish. I think this race, this big field, will suit this horse, and it's got a really good chance if he can get the breaks when it needs them. I think this horse has got a really good chance of placing again. It's another one for the place terms really. So again, I'm going to say Sky Bet, Paddy, and Betway. If you can't get on with these bookmakers, then maybe leave this horse alone. But it's given the form with Flicker of Hope and the weight pull. Again, it was only just behind this Gower Shaw. It's again 3 times the price of Gower Shaw, so it was only just behind it that day. I think this one was in fourth, and yeah, this form that ties in with King Alexander as well. Look, Elliot's renowned for these big field handicaps and pulling one out the bag. He won it last year with a 28-to-1 shot. This horse isn't without hope. Again, I think the place terms are really good when you're looking at sort of six. If you can get on with Sky Bet for 7 places, I think you're onto a good thing with this. In terms of its actual chance, given its form with some of these at the front. So look, I'm starting to waffle now. I'm getting tired. It is worth just mentioning. Look, Meeting of the Waters, £36 below its chase mark. That's unreal. I haven't seen that for a long time. And this horse could be absolutely thrown in here. Look, it hasn't been missed in the market as it's 7-4, but I don't know. Its hurdle form's not great, and there's a reason for that mark. So at 7-4, am I willing to take that chance? No, but look, if one's going to sluice up, you'd have to say that this one's well in. This will be a really good race. As I say, I can't remember the last time I backed 3 horses in one race. So just to go over it again, and again, this video's gone on for so long. Rushmount, 1 point win. I'll take 25-to-1 for P&L purposes. If you can get on with Bet365 at 40-to-1, that's a great price, that is. It is a bit of a dark horse, bit of a dark selection there. Yeah, I'm going to go for half a point each way on Good Time Jonny. Again, only with either Sky Bet Paddy or Betway. I'll take the 6 places with Paddy and Betway for P&L purposes. Grab it with Sky Bet if you can. And where's the other one? Fortunedefortunata, yeah. 33-to-1. Again, just for those 3 bookies, Sky Bet Paddy or Betway. Okay, guys, listen, best of luck with the racing today, yeah. Best of luck if you follow me in as well. And thanks for watching the video if you've made it this far. Thank you.